GG.
That's my friend! And you're found you!
League of Legends. What an amazing game. And today I want to talk a little bit more about the love of League, okay? Like a little bit of glazing to the game. I think a lot of people just, they're frustrated with League, so they think negative emotion equals bad. But more and more people realize that's not actually the case, right? I think League is actually getting a lot of new players. From what I've seen, Gen Z, they're trying League as well. And I think that is amazing. I think it's amazing. And I'm very hopeful for the future of League in general, but I think eventually we will see, female champions. And that's exciting, It's more competition. Give me more competition. That's what we want, right? The gender doesn't really matter, but in general, it would still be like a milestone to look forward to, because I know it's not a mental, it's not like a mental difference between men and women, so that's one aspect. But I'm probably gonna get roasted for even saying that, but it is what it is. It is, it's controversial, but it is what it is. I want to talk about the love for League here today, and the benefits of the game, of playing the game, enjoying the game, learning, trying to learn any skill really, but why League of Legends is a particularly good vehicle to do that, and why the frustration is good. Being frustrated with the game is a good thing. Your personal expression in the game, it's a good thing. You can tell a person's skill level, you can tell a person's character almost, your real life human character through how they play, If you're too aggressive, if you're calculated, if you're kind of patient, all of these things, they translate into a behavior in game. And like even talking about it, my cheeks are just lighting up, and I just love it, I just completely love it. That's why I love watching League as well. I think a lot of people can relate to that more. Maybe watching League, it's so fun because you know how fun this game is. The problem is just with personal development a little bit during the game when you play it yourself, right? It's very difficult for a lot of people, so it is what it is. But I think League is a great vehicle for. Let's just start with this, okay? Personal emotional regulation. If you start to play League, you set yourself a goal, right? You want to get gold 4. You just started playing. I think a lot of people don't understand how difficult it is to get gold 4 if you have no idea what this game is about. Like, this game is brutal. It's insanely brutal. Gold is like, I don't know how to even explain it, but for new players, it's a mountain to climb, Learning all of the characters, learning the map, learning all of the objectives, everything, and that just translates to maybe barely reaching gold. It's just crazy what you need to learn in this game to reach a certain level. I think the people who play for a long time, they're taking it for granted, but it is very impressive if a new player that comes into the game gets far. On the other hand, I do think League does not need any dumbing down, in my opinion. I think even if you get 300 more champions, the difficulty is not going to be that much worse. That's just my opinion. That maybe sounds controversial or whatever, or counterintuitive, but I don't think the number of champions is really what determines your skill level in this game. I think champions are difficult to learn, but if you learn the game through a lens of one champion, that's what you need, right? And then interacting with other characters is what you're learning. You're not learning to play every character, you're learning basically how to play against every character. And it's a much easier thing to do. So even if there's 400 characters in this game, even if you're a completely new player, maybe it's a little bit more difficult, but you're still going to be able to learn it, in my opinion. We don't need any dumbing down. We don't need any removal of changes. I think it's really good how it is right now. I should stay like this. So that's just that. We don't need League 2, I don't think it's very difficult for new players, in my opinion, compared to how it was before. I think there's a lot more resources. I think there's a lot more clarity. I think if you started playing in season 3, maybe you were now hard stack gold because you didn't have any of the support that you can get now. So new players do have an advantage. But the whole point of personal emotional regulation, if you don't have that and you start playing League and you get super frustrated, you're flaming your teammates, you're inting, you're running it down because you think it's so unfair how I'm being like treated here in a sense. That's the feeling you can get. If you want to get further, or maybe you're stuck in silver rather, the example was getting to gold. So if you want to get to gold, you're going to have to learn this skill. And it's a personal skill. It has nothing to do with League in a sense. If you already have that, you're going to breeze through. You know, if you don't have it, it's going to be so unbelievably good for your entire life to learn emotional regulation, which not a lot of people have, you know? And maybe actually most people have it, but the people like who don't have it and could learn it through League, it's gonna be amazing for your life, you know? A lot of people don't have it, let's put it like that, you know? And it plays into the fact of taking accountability for your own actions. Learning that, you know, League is such an amazing game to teach you this skill specifically because you are the only factor. That's back in the day, you know, people played and they talked about elo hell or whatever. I don't know if that concept is even still relevant or around, but it all came down to taking accountability for your actions, believing in the impact that your actions can have, you know? It's 5 plays only. You're making up at least 20% of every game. That's just what it is, you know? Or every team, basically, yeah. And this is like one of the skills I think that League teaches the best because you are the only consistent factors in your game. And you're only as consistent as you make yourself, which is about yourself, which means you have to take accountability for yourself. And I think that's one of the beautiful things that this game can actually teach you. If you're stuck in life, you know, it is what it is. But these skills, they can help you in your entire life, you know, not just League. And I think that's not many mediums are that accessible and can teach you that stuff, you know. A lot of the traditional sports or mediums, they're either not difficult enough, so it's not frustrating enough, because some skills only take time. Maybe that's also controversial, but I mean, that's the whole thing of the video, I guess. Everything what I'm saying here is controversial in a sense, but if you're learning piano, okay, of course it's a difficult skill to learn, but are you really gonna be, like, maybe you're gonna be frustrated. If you wanna be the best piano player in the world, which most people don't wanna do, it's gonna be frustrating, but overall, just put in 3 years of learning, repetition, and you're gonna be a decent piano player. With League of Legends, though, you can put in 3 years and can be completely terrible, you know? That's the point. It's not very clear what you have to do in League, so taking accountability for what you're doing is the first step to actually improving in a way, you know? That's what it is, and this goes into the next step that League teaches you incredibly well, which is accepting reality and looking at reality. Because you can be very delusional in League of Legends and think, oh my god, this guy did this, that guy did that, that's why I lost. Instead of taking accountability, looking at reality, what it actually was, you missed your flash at minute 2, so minute 5 team fight gets lost, and then your team loses, and it's all your fault. You know? That's the reality of the situation, but people don't really want to look at it that way. They want to look at it like, oh, this teammate did this, this enemy is just better, he's like gold or whatever already, and I'm in silver. They're looking at their opponent's rank, their teammates' win streak, loss streak, opponent loss streak, all of this poor professor data. It's so unbelievably useless, dog shit, pathetic. Like, if you look at it, you're kind of pathetic. I don't care if you're master, challenger, gold, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dog water, okay? The information you get from it is completely dog water. Imagine winning a game because you focus the person that's on a cringe streak, okay? They're frustrated, you tilt them, and you win the game. Are you a good League player now? No. You're an idiot. Like, you're pathetic. You're just pathetic. You didn't play the game, you exploited some little niche thing. It's not gonna get you far, you know? And even if it got you like a decent amount of LP, it's pathetic. You're not good at the game. You're an idiot. It is what it is, okay? I'm being harsh here, and I think people need to hear this because it's stupid. Just put it away. Uninstall this stupid shit. Like, it's so stupid. Holy Jesus. Let's just play. Let's put our skills on the table. Whoever has more gets the OP. Let's just do that, okay? That's That's how it's fun. That's how it's actually being fun, you know? It's not frustrating. Because that also means you're not having any stress anymore. Or not as much, you know? If you understand why you're good, there's no anxiety, no stress, you know? You're just on your path. And that's the next and last point I want to make today, which goes into learning to trust in long-term goals through a negative dopaminergic response. That's the crux, and that is why League of Legends is the greatest medium in the world right now. It just is. No other aspect of any other game can replicate the intensity that this has for League. You're going through negative dopaminergic situations, you know? These situations aren't only not producing any dopamine, you know, they are actively reducing it and punishing you, even if you did something correct. And you're stuck in a 30-minute thing, in a 30-minute activity, you cannot leave. It's like you're putting yourself in a cage and you try to survive on dear life. You try to hold on onto life. It's insane if you think about it. This guy does that, and you only survive, by the way, if your teammates that you don't know and that are incentivized in some situations to put you down, if you try to like play around them, or like, it's crazy if you think about it. And it's about long-term goals. So dopamine does not reward you in this game correctly, not correctly at least, you know? If you make a good play, you can feel good. If you make the correct decision and go bot lane, catch a wave, are you gonna feel like a challenger player? No, but that's even better. Like, that's an even better decision. So it's not gonna, like, your brain is not gonna reward you with dopamine in a way, you know? So you're not gonna be as easily repeating the action as other things. If you're playing, like, I don't know, Valorant, okay? Like, Valorant. And usually people at this point in the video, people would say, yeah, I don't want to be like too harsh on Valorant to not piss off the Valorant community, but I'll be honest, shooter games are easy as hell. They're so easy. Like, I don't care if anyone thinks like Valorant is so difficult. Oh my god, did you see this clip which looked completely confusing in Valorant? Yeah, okay. Is it more difficult than CSGO? 100%. Is it difficult in a holistic sense? No, it's a shooter, okay? You shoot 5 people, you win the round. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. Of course, there's like a bomb side and peeking and whatever, but bro, there's like 5 skills in Valorant, there's like 520,000 in League. It just is what it is, okay? I mean, if you're having fun in Valorant, that's Gucci, that's nice, you know, but if you want to like challenge yourself, you have to play League in a way. Same with Dota. Dota is, there's so many things that make Dota easier than League. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. That's why League is the most, you know, is the most played, because it has the it feels fluid to play, it feels good to press buttons, but it's also the complexity that's so unbelievably high that it's rewarding to become good at it, you know? And that's why we respect it, or most people understand a little bit of the respect, at least we don't respect it enough. Like, gold players are actually respectable. Of course, even silver, even bronze players are respectable, in my opinion, because you're applying yourself, you know? You're applying yourself, you're trusting in a long-term goal in a way, the moment you apply yourself in League. And it can be frustrating, you know? It can be insanely frustrating. You want to kill yourself, or like, you want to end it all. I don't want to get, you know, too insane, but it can be incredibly frustrating. Like, if you're applying yourself consistently in League and you haven't cried, you're not applying yourself correctly. I don't know who that resonates with, but I'm pretty sure most people who played this game seriously have cried because of it at one point or another. It's that emotionally intense. It just is. And if you haven't, then you haven't applied yourself. That's just how it is as well. Different people come into the game with different skills, so you're going to end up at different ranks initially. But overcoming it, the people who overcome their baseline ranked, that's where it happens. You know, that's where the beauty happens, the expression, the art form of the skill. That's where it happens. And that's where you can see it, you can feel it. If you watch someone overcoming their goal, they finally reach that goal rank or that goal level of play, It's just beautiful, man. I love it. That's yeah. I know this video is super long, but I really wanted to hit this home. I think we underestimate League in so many ways. It's such a beautiful game. It just is, you know. And yeah, I hope some people can relate to the passion. I feel like we need to be more open with our passion for this game instead of making memes. We can make like I'm here for the memes, dude. I love it. Okay, it's really fun to watch. I love when people are just cruising through the game, enjoying it, having fun on a journey to improve. That's beautiful as well. You know, it's not about, oh, just because I don't see any negative emotions, it's not good. It's like, give me any emotion, give me excitement, give me love, give me all of this stuff, you know? That's what excites me, okay? I'll leave it at that. You have a nice day. I hope you have a great week, a great evening, great morning, wherever you are. And I'm not gonna wish you any luck for your solo queue, okay? Grind it out, become good, improve yourself, and improve at the game. And it's gonna be a great journey. I promise you.